Guys, and welcome to the video on N series. Sorry it took me so long to get it out, but it is finally here. And the reason it took so long was I actually did go to a nerf war. I saved it, so I actually fielded these two guys. These are the only two I own, which is probably not what you guys want, but it's what I got to deal with. And overall, I'm just going to tell you about these blasters. We're going to do a range test, an accuracy test, stuff like that. See how good these N series darts actually are. For my testing, they're not great, but they're not terrible. They actually really remind me of just the X-Shot darts. They kind of perform the same too, maybe a little bit better. They kind of aren't amazing. I think that's because both the sides are very heavy, and that makes them not go perfect. And the middle is the lightest, which shouldn't the end be the lightest, to be honest with you? And with that, talking about the darts, let's get to the blasters. Let's start out with this guy. I took this to an actual competitive battle, and yes, I did wield these in competitive. And this guy's only $5, but even though it's only $5, I have many issues with this guy, which I do not like. First of all, the handle is just okay. It's not amazing. The issue is because how the handle's is placed. Your thumb, your finger, your trigger finger is really just all the way in there, and it's kind of awkward to actually pull the trigger because you're kind of pulling. You want to pull down with the front of your finger, but you're kind of forced to put more of your finger in there, and you're kind of pressing it down with the middle of your finger, which I don't like. The T-pull is beautiful. Priming that guy is amazing. I love the prime. It's good. Another issue, let's see if I can actually show you, is what I just would never pick up another one of these. $5 for one is fine, but I would not pick up a second one. I have many issues with this, and let's see if I can actually show you. So top one fires, and bottom one actually stayed in. But the more the darts get worn, the more you fire these darts, eventually the bottom barrel just starts. Let's see if we can actually see this. Nope, these darts are too new. But the ones I brought to the field, it just started to fire the little one halfway like that and make it stick out, which is not cool for a two-shot blaster. And with it sticking out, sometimes it just wouldn't fire, and other times it did that, and it was bad. I always had to make sure the bottom round was pushed all the way back in, and that's just not cool for a two-shot blaster. It's 2 shots. You should get 2 shots, no problem. But for some reason, the second shot just has a lot of problems firing. And I don't want to push it back in, which is, you can do that. It's perfectly fine, but that's not the point. It's not the point to just push it in. That's like loading another round, pretty much. And it just isn't cool. And this $5 blaster, I just don't really like. It also has a loop right there, which is useless. I don't know what you're supposed to put in that. But overall, I just don't really like this guy at all. I have too many issues with it. Especially just the loading. If it pops out one of its rounds and it only holds 2, that is not okay. And the trigger is just awful. I hate the trigger. The only thing good about it is its prime, with its massive round pull. But they can do that with pretty much any other blaster. And that's about all I have to say about this guy. In competitive, I don't think I tagged out a single person with this blaster. Now let's get to the other one I have, which is this guy. 6 shots. First things first, the handle is a bit small. It is perfect for my hand, but I have a 6'1" friend who also used this at the battle, and his hands were too big. So just to let you know, I'm 5'10", and those are my hands. I think I have normal size hands. And I do like the actual handle. with this bottom part just kind of sitting my last finger, it actually kind of feels nice. I don't mind it. Still a little bit of issue, not as much as the other one, but I still have to put my finger slightly more in than I would like. And one of the best parts about this is the prime. You can prime it like this, grab it, yank it back, let go. It retracts just like that, which I thought I would do. But then there's this thing too, which moves all over. You pull that back, and it's pretty much a T-pull. And I thought I would just, because it's only held in by 2 screws, I thought I was just going to remove it because top prime, of course. Well, I actually found out I like the T-pull more, which is crazy. And it's 6 shots. The revolver is very nice, but trying to push it backwards when it's primed, you can't really do that. Pushing it forwards is fine, has that nice click. But yeah, and then it's just very nice and solid. And when you put a dart in, like it's not coming out, you will have to fire it because that is actually goes in farther than you even think it would. And yeah, it does well. Another issue I have with the new N series, which is like the new nerf, is that these are not like the cheap line or Elite 2.0. It's its new thing, but I would say it's only slightly better than Elite 2.0 with just how it's built. It is way more solid, but you can definitely tell this is cheaper plastic. It is cheaper made. No longer, they have these bars again, like Elite 2.0, instead of the normal inserted thing for the picket with the rail. But yeah, it just has interesting issues. And this is a completely smooth blaster. So why do we need a rail at this point, Nerf? If you're not even going to give us an attachment for it, get rid of the rail. Like, I think I would rather just have it very smooth instead. This one's alright, because this one could be funny, putting a scope on the top. But yeah, they both have one rail. And yeah, overall, this is the better one of the two, and I like this more. This was on sale, like they just got in stores and they were already on sale, which is insane. I picked this guy up for, I think I picked up for $8. I think it's originally 10 or 12. And overall, I actually like this one. It's just a normal 6-shot blaster. It's not better than anything else. Like, no matter what, I'm still gonna pick my Ninja Turtles 5-shot blaster. But if you want a blaster from the line, this guy, no. It only comes with 2 rounds anyways. And also comes with a plastic bag. This is out of these two, this one came with them just loose in a box. This one came with them in a plastic bag. So Nerf wants to make sure those 2 rounds you get and they're going to be good. But you're going to lose them almost instantly. That's why I go with this guy, because you get, what is it, like 18 rounds or something like that, maybe 12. I don't quite remember, because I did buy a lot of them when I bought these 2 blasters. But yeah, did well. I think I actually tagged 2 people out with this guy before I got tagged out. They're still very inaccurate. They're not amazing. Half darts are way better. And even I feel like Adventure Force waffles are still better than N series darts, just to let you know. And with that, let's take it to the field. Let's get a range test, an accuracy test, and a chronograph test. I hope to see you guys. Alright, chronograph test. 83. 86. 81. 83. 86. 81. So it is above the the nerf average of 75, but this one's not amazing, only a couple FPS higher. Alright, now we got this guy. 80. 83. Reload. 84. 81. Reload again. 86. 83. So this one is slightly higher. Well, I guess it gets some higher performance than the other one, but still only about, 8 FPS higher than Nerf average, which to me isn't great. Not really worth to completely switch to a new dart, in my opinion. Alright, now we are testing its accuracy. I'm aiming for that round cylinder, which is a little bit bigger than a human target. We're about 30 feet away, and I just want to see, out of 12 rounds, how many can we get inside the circle. Hopefully all of them. Should be at least 10, to be honest. So that's 3 out of 6 at 30 feet at a pretty big target. That is not very good at all, to be honest with you. Five out of 12. Yeah, it's not very accurate, huh? 5 out of 12. And I was aiming in the same spot the entire time. Someone just whizzed to the side. Alright, let's see if the $5 guy can do any better. Alright, here's the little guy. Again, 30 feet, 12 rounds. We're just going to see if it can do better than 5 out of 12. I'm going to take that as a no. 1. That one just went up. It just kind of rose. That's 3. Those both went left. High. And that one went right. That one went right. That one went left. 3 out of 12. Yeah, in theory kind of sucks, doesn't it? And just to compare, I have 12 elite darts. I'm going to put through my Ninja Turtles blaster. My favorite, well, one of my favorite stock blasters. See how it does. That is 1. Final 2. Two out of 12. So yes, N series is probably slightly better, but not by a lot. Which, to completely switch to a new dart is not worth it at all. The dart is not better than what we have right now, which is not even as good as Adventure Force Waffles. Don't even get me started with the new X-Shot darts. Those are my favorite. It's not worth switching to, really, for the hobby. It's interesting, at least. I'll give it that. Alright. Now range. We're just going to see where these land. These are going to be flat. These are all over the place, to say the least. Inconsistent, really everywhere. There's inconsistencies everywhere. All right. Let's see where these landed, shall we? Here's the first one, about at 41 feet. Next one moving up is the one that was probably the worst and skewered all over the place at about like 48.5. Then we have a decent grouping right around here, and I would say that's about 53 feet. Then here's a best grouping, very tight, 4 rounds, and they all sit about 57 feet. And then one that caught the wind and went a bit further is this guy, landing about at 69 feet. Very nice. Now let's see what the other blaster can do, shall we? Alright, now we're testing the $5 one. All in all, the other one is not good. I can just tell you that right now. That is not good. I mean, I guess those two were a little bit more consistent. Okay. This one has something. This one's definitely more accurate, I would say. Maybe not. Those two both scored in different directions. That one caught the wind. Alright, final 2. Sorry, they're stuck in my pocket. And that one took a nosedive, but this blaster is definitely way more accurate. Let's walk, take a look of how well they did. First round is right here, coming in slightly under 46 feet. Next one, that's also pretty low, coming in at 48 feet, a little bit above. Then we got our grouping. I'm just gonna middle all of it and say it's around 55 feet, which is not bad for a grouping. Way better than the last one, at least. And then we got 2 that caught the wind, took a run for it, and landed at 60 5 feet. But not very great, to be honest. That's about what Nerf can do. 2.0 and Elite did. So this is not new, not great. And yeah, let's get to the final part, shall we? How did N series do? Overall, this one is more consistent. This one is more accurate. And N series as a whole sucks, is not worth buying all this ammo, and I wouldn't even do it as plinking, because even with kids, they have Nerf darts, not N series, and the line has not showed any reason to switch to N series. They're not great rounds, they're alright at best, and they're just a gimmick, really. Just to make Nerf have a new proprietary ammo type like the past, which put them on top, but I don't think we'll put them on top again. Will people buy them? Yes. Will I buy more of them? Yes, I want to buy the rifles. But will I buy the next ones that come out if they're not interesting? No, I will not be buying them. Overall, N series is not good. The darts are cool, but they're not good at all, really. And with that, thanks for watching, guys. I hope to see you in completely other episode. I have my 100 dart challenge. I have my sniper fail. I have ranking Nerf series. Take a look at those. And there will always be 2 videos out a week and some shorts. Hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.